Devastating story about an Ottawa woman's struggle with a rare pain disorder and an attempt to end her life with dignity.
Ophelia Brown has been fighting for months for a medically assisted death, but doctors would not accept her case. Now she's making the only choice she has left. CTV's Jeremy Sharon has her story.
It's a decision this 22-year-old woman and her family never thought they would have to make.
It's been awful watching her lose her ability to do the things she loves and to lose her future.
After over a decade of severe pain, battling complex regional pain syndrome, a rare disease, Ophelia Brown and her parents decided to apply for an assisted death.
There isn't anything worth living for anymore. It's just pain, and all I can see ahead of me is the pain getting worse. The best way I can describe it is it wasn't time until it was time.
When she talked about wanting to end her life, as awful as it is as a parent to hear that, we totally understood.
As of March of this year, there have been changes to the medically assisted dying law. Patients are no longer required to have a foreseeable natural death. A condition that will worsen over time may qualify. That change allowed Ophelia to apply, but she was denied, told her case was too complex.
No doctor wants to touch her case. No doctor is willing to actually assess her. It's just been devastating for all of us.
The Ottawa Hospital handles local assisted death requests. In a statement, they said doctors have the right to choose whether or not to participate on a case-by-case basis.
The course of doing MAID assessments is a very complicated and complex process, and you're not always going to find clinicians agreeing, and sometimes clinicians will disagree with the patients.
Over the last 5 months, the family has fought for Ophelia to receive access to a medically assisted death, but has continually been turned away. And time is not on their side. Ophelia's chronic pain condition is getting worse.
In the 5 months I've spent fighting for my right to a dignified death, my disease has spread in ways I could not have predicted. My body has shut down, and the emotional toll this process has had on me and my family is immeasurable.
So Ophelia and her family have chosen an even more difficult path.
She's suffered for 14 years, so how long do you have to suffer to be able to access what's legally your right?
A feeding tube has now been removed. She'll now only receive palliative care.
Ophelia was quite distressed because it's not dying with dignity in the same way that MAID would have been in terms of maintaining the quality of life to the end. There will be more suffering.
And so Ophelia and her family will spend the remaining time they have together hoping to make lasting memories and fulfilling her final wishes. But it's not the tragic end they hoped for. It will actually be worse.
It's been utterly brutal and not at all the way the last few months of our daughter's life should have been.
Jeremy Sharon, CTV News.